Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of your new favorite pop culture podcast, The Random Hour by Kyle Crump. And as you can see, Kyle's not here with me today. Life is a little crazy, and work's got us both busy. So it's just me, Devin, here, your co-host Devin Moore of More Sports, and one half of Popcorn Buckets, and a really bad comedian. But that's a story for another day. And as always, I always trick somebody to sit in the passenger seat or in the extra seat with me, and I'm going to give them the floor to introduce themselves.
I'm your local agender axolotl VTuber. I'm super excited to be invited here.
Awesome, T. So we are a nerd and pop culture podcast. What is some stuff that you nerd out about?
I'm really into MMORPGs, D&D. I do a lot of SMP and roleplay content. I really love acting out different characters, and I have way too much knowledge about Spider-Man and dragons.
Oh, hold up. Not just about Spider-Man. Oh, I wish I could show you. Oh, I wish I could show you. I've got a huge Spider-Man collection right now. Actually,
Yeah?
where is it? I gotta show you something cool. I'll show you something cool off camera, but I have a huge, Amazing Spider-Man collection.
That's
Do you
awesome.
do you collect them?
I don't collect a lot of Spider-Man figures, but I do indulge in a lot of Spider-Man content, and me and a couple of my really close friends are in the middle of working on a Spider-Man themed comic.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
We
Yeah.
have the first chapter written, but I have not started on the art for it.
Really? Man,
I've
that's
been so busy.
I feel that. No, I have. So I'm trying to work on. I have so many comic books of it. So the 1,000 issues of the comics is probably going to come out early 2026, maybe mid 2026. So I told my wife, I was like, dude, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna collect all 1,000 issues of Amazing Spider-Man. And she's like, and she was eating, so she was funny when I told her that. She spit out her drink. She said, "Excuse me." I was like, "What?" She's like,
That's
"You are not gonna
fantastic.
spend money." She's like, "You are not gonna spend money on an original Amazing Spider-Man." I was like, "No, no, 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 no. I'm gonna have to get reprints in those. I'm gonna have to go get the
Mhm.
reprint volumes on those."
Right.
But I mean, it's so I've got man, gosh, I wish it wasn't buried. We've organized my office in here. I've got like stuff from like Amazing Spider-Man it's 500 stuff
Mhm.
from 2008. And this is what's crazy for comics, and I talk to this about every guest we have, is like when I got the first 5 issues of Amazing Spider-Man and those little graphic novel books that you can get them at like
Mhm.
Books a Millions and things like that.
Yeah.
The slang words in the 60s make no sense to me. Like none.
Yeah. I remember that experience very well when I got my first issue.
Oh yeah, what was your first issue?
So my dad got me, I can't remember exactly which one. I don't have it anymore. I was a very small child and I ruined the poor thing. But he ended up buying me a bunch of comic books for like my 10th birthday. And among them, I remember so vividly, it was like in the middle of the series of one of the Amazing Spider-Mans. And I remember reading it and I was like, I don't understand a word of this, but I like the funny silly guy.
Funny
It kind of
silly
jump
guy.
started my
Let's
yeah,
see.
that's how I saw Spider-Man. He's just a funny silly guy.
Let's
Cuz he was
see.
always making jokes, and
Let's
I don't
see.
think it was a very serious issue.
Really?
Yeah. If I it's so vague in my memories.
I got you. No, I'm trying to. Let me ask you this: staying on the Spider-Man train, what is your favorite Spider-Man cartoon?
If we're going by series,
Yes, sure. We'll go by series.
I'm terrible with names, but it was one that aired, I believe, on Disney, and it Spider-Man at the time had like more of like a square facial shape, and I used to watch it
Square.
all the time.
It was on
Why can I never
Disney.
remember the names of things?
Oh, let's see. Amazing Spider-Man show that was on Disney, and he had a square head.
I think so. Or maybe
Did he
maybe the
have?
face shape was more from the Iron Man one. That
Did he have? Did he work for Shield?
yeah,
Okay, it's Ultimate Spider-Man. Okay, with Drake Bell.
yeah.
Okay, that
I'm
one.
more into the movies nowadays, but
Oh yeah,
mhm.
Lord.
I saw the Into the Spider-Verse, I think 6 times in theaters.
Wow.
I really liked that one.
Yeah, no, my wife. So, I've also got the graphic novel, and I bought this back 2011. I have Miles Morales' original run. I got it, the graphic novel of it, back in 2011. I still have it. I mean, it's in okay shape, but I still have it. But
Mhm.
that's how my wife got introduced to Miles, was through those two movies. And so when we play the Amazing Spider-Man games Marvel Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4 and 5, she's like, "Be Miles." I was like, "Why? Be Miles. He's a cutie." I was like, "I don't want to be Miles right now. I want to be Peter." "No, you got to be Miles." We don't see. My wife was on the Spider-Man train until I told her about the whole story arc of One More Day, where Peter sold his unborn child to Maleficent, and she's like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Yeah, he didn't." The writers back in the 2000, let's see, Brand New Day came out in like '08. Yeah, I was like, yeah, the writers in 2007, 2008 did Spider-Man kind of dirty, and he kind of sold his unborn child. He kind of sold his marriage and unborn child to the devil, the Marvel Universe. And she's like, I hate that. I like Miles now, and I'm like, okay. And then she read about Spider-Gwen, and she's like, man, Spider-Gwen's awesome. Why isn't she in the main continuity? Well, you see, Megan, back in like Amazing Spider-Man so-and-so at the beginning, she kind of fell off a bridge and kind of snapped her neck. And she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But my wife just loves them. She eats them up too. She's ready to watch she's watched all 3 of the live action. She loves Tom Holland's Spider-Man, even though, in my opinion, this might be controversial. He's not my favorite Spider-Man. I grew up on the Tobey Maguire era, and I think they did Andrew Garfield dirty, but that's the story for another day.
That's fair. Yeah, Andrew Maguire, they did not do him great. Tom Holland is my favorite, but I also just, Tom Holland is my celebrity crush, so I'm a little biased there.
I think it's also my wife's, but she just won't admit it. I'm just like, are you drooling over him? No, he's really good. You know, he's in the Uncharted movie. Like, we video game together, and she loved the Uncharted series. She got me into it. So when that movie came out, she was like, oh my God, we got to go see it. I'm like, why? Because it's Uncharted. I said, you just want to drool over a shirtless Tom Holland, don't you? No, it's Uncharted. I like Uncharted. We never got to go see it. We both got so busy, and it kind of flopped, so they pulled it kind of fast. And then when we see it on Amazon Prime right now, we're just like, oh, we'll do it for a movie date night. No, never got around to it. Man, what's other Amazing Spider-Man content do you like?
I played the games. I played those off stream, so I didn't actually have any recorded content, but I really enjoyed those. I was really bad at playing the story of them because I just liked how the swinging mechanic felt. So I never beat them. I really love the Penny Parker comics. I've read all of those. She is my favorite. Penny Parker has my heart forever. I also think like the mech version of Spider-Man was really interesting and a fun take on it. So it captured my interest really well. That and the new animated movies, you know, the Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse, just it really recaptured my love for it, and I have gone frame by frame for both of those movies and know one too many details.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of really interesting things in them, especially because they technically aired 2 different versions of Across the Spider-Verse in theaters with very slight continuity changes, and so it was really fascinating to go and watch both.
They did?
One of the more common ones that people realized was different was during that scene when Miguel is talking with the little watch lady. I'm blanking on her name, and he asked her to call for backup. She has 2 different lines that she can say, and there's little details like that in both versions that are just changed. So it was really fascinating to go to one theater, because they sent it to different theaters. So you went to one theater and you got one version, and then you went to a different theater and you got to a different version.
Okay, I didn't notice that one. Honestly, my favorite one in that series, I literally did an interview for my show last night that I did. John Mulaney as Spider-Ham grew on me.
John Mulaney as Spider-Ham, because John Mulaney is one of my favorite comedians.
Really?
And knowing that he was in it really sparked my interest in going to see the movie. I mean, I was going to watch it anyway. It was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think him being in it was definitely the main reason I saw it right away.
It's really got you into it. You just want, it's Lord. Sorry. Yeah, no, he's, John Mulaney Groening. That's what they asked me last night during my interview. They're like, "Who's one comedian that you've recently got into?" And I was like, really, John Mulaney? And they're like, really? I was like, yeah, I didn't really like him at first, and then but lately he's kind of grown on me.
Sorry, drinking water. Hydration
Oh
is
no, you're good.
important.
All the VTube and stuff. So sorry, the VTube and stuff's kind of cool. I was like,
Yeah, I really love it. It's just about 3 years for me now. 3 years coming up next month.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
It
But
is
staying on.
Yes, sorry. Getting
No, go ahead.
distracted.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just looking at dates. I'm pretty sure it's the 15th of next month for me. Would be 3 years.
Wow, 3 years. That's as old as this show. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, since you are a streamer, and that's how we found you, because we watched some of your live streams on TikTok. What was your first video game experience in general, non-streaming?
So I've been gaming for as long as I could remember. I think my first real experience of it was when I was just a kid and my mom was playing World of Warcraft and I begged her to let me make a character. I think I was like 4 at the time. And I was just sitting there in her lap and I was playing WoW. And whenever I'd go to my cousins, we'd play a lot of GameCube. Super Mario Sunshine was a big thing for me growing up.
I didn't really play Mario Sunshine until it came out on Nintendo Switch, which is now like a super rare thing. The little Mario Anniversary Pack where you had 3 games in one. Now that thing's like super rare.
Hey, I think my fiance owns that actually, because I mentioned wanting to replay Super Mario Sunshine. He's like, you can.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't. We try to play it, but then we got sidetracked and started playing Mario Party. And everybody knows on the internet what truly breaks friendships is Mario Party. I'm looking at you,
Don't
internet.
I know that?
Nothing is more. I'm gonna throw this controller into my TV. Then when somebody steals your Power Star or Bowser steals your Power Star because you hit his block.
Yep. But yeah, WoW was definitely my first experience that I can remember with video games.
Nice. I think mine. So this is I'm gonna show my age right here. Mine was Nintendo 64. Actually, no. I'm gonna go a little farther back. It was my dad's old Nintendo Entertainment System with the Nintendo 64 and playing 007 GoldenEye. And just the NES, we had random cartridges with it.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yeah, I just showed my age. I'm super old, but I don't care. We were always playing GoldenEye, Mario 64, and NASCAR. Praise Dale down here in the great state of Georgia. Praise Dale and raise hell, I tell you what. But staying on the video game path, what is a game that you want to stream in the future?
So, I do a lot of story games, and my next one is currently I'm going to be playing through the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games in order.
Ooh. Oh, in order.
I'm really, really excited to play those.
Wait, there's an order to them?
Release date order.
Okay.
There's not technically a story order as far as I'm aware. I don't think they connect. I could be so wrong about that. But yeah, I want to go through and because those are some of my favorite Pokemon games and I've been really excited to play them on stream. I just have to actually, finish up all my other projects.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Have you ever played Pokemon Rangers? Do you remember Pokemon Rangers from Nintendo DS?
Pokemon Rangers! Oh my god! I haven't thought about those in so long.
Really?
I loved those games.
I don't want to talk about it. That's another series where I have broken so many Nintendo DS styles, the little pins from trying to capture by just trying to capture a Pikachu. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I remember the Pokemon. The one that I played the most was the one when you went to Ranger School.
Yeah, it's set in Pokemon Diamond and Pearls region.
Yeah.
You had to fight the Shadow. Oh god, I'm so bad with their names. Kyle was here. He'd be like, actually, it was a Darkrai. Yeah, Darkrai. That's it. Darkrai.
Yeah.
Which, oh my gosh. Yeah, have you played Legend of Arceus?
I have not. I actually haven't played any of the new Pokemon games since Sun and Moon.
Ooh, you're in for a treat for that one if you ever get around to it. Now it was fresh air. I'll say that. I love that game. I finished the main story. I've got some post-story missions to do, but once I beat it, I was like, all right, I'm moving on. But it's so crazy. Like to complete your Pokédex, you have to capture the Pokemon and you have to do tasks for them. So for an example, you have to feed let's see, what was a hard one? Like you have to catch an Abra like
Mhm.
50 times. An Abra can teleport.
Yeah.
If Abra sees you, they're gone. And you're just like, ah. And don't get me started on the 50 Eevee evolutions, because then I'm like, oh, I gotta catch all the Eevee evolutions. They gotta do what 100 times? That's like with Magikarp. They're like, Magikarp has to use Splash 100 times.
That sounds like torture, honestly.
I mean, it's different and it's fun and it kind of makes sense because it's set in the past, so it kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, it kind of makes sense. Here, let me move on to my next question. Let's see. What game do you think you spend the most time on?
Jeez, Minecraft. So much
Minecraft?
Minecraft.
I can't play
Yeah.
Minecraft I can't play Minecraft anymore.
I've ruined the vanilla version of it for myself now, but that's where all of my SMP and all of my story content happens
Really?
as a platform, because it's easy to mod. You can do a lot of things in it. You can build a lot of things with it. So all of my storytelling stuff, especially as of late, has been on.
Really?
Mhm.
Nice. I can't play it anymore because every time we try to go into survival mode, I remember it was me, my wife, Kyle, my friend Todd, our friend Tommy. We were all in a group playing, right? Because
Mhm.
me and my wife were down here in South Georgia. Everybody else, no, Kyle and Tommy, they're back home in Atlanta. My buddy Todd was in North Carolina in the military. He was off and on. So we're in a server, and I die like every 5 minutes in survivor mode. I would get blown up, or I'd get shot with bow and arrows. I couldn't make it. And it got to the point where they were like, get in this cart. And I'm like, what? Like, they built a railroad track for me to come to the main base. They just built it every time I died and spawned somewhere. They're like, get in this cart. I don't want it. Get in the cart. I don't want it. Oh my god. And then it's funny, that's actually one of my jokes on stage. And there was one time where I was at the home base and like it was crazy. A bunch of the skeletons and creepers were trying to attack our house. And everybody in chat, because we were on Discord chatting with each other, everybody just screams, where's Devin? Guys, I'm lost. I'm lost. What do you mean you're lost? I blew up and now I'm like somewhere on the map. I don't know where I am. Oh my god, who was supposed to watch him? It was Tommy. No, it wasn't. You were supposed to watch him or he gets lost. Guys, I'm lost. What do I do?
That's amazing. I don't do any survival content. I haven't in a long time, at least. But all of my characters have a really bad sense of direction because I have a really bad sense of direction. And the two SMPs that I'm currently on, one of them takes place in a maze. So that works out really great for me. I'm always getting lost. And the other one is in an apartment building that is also built like a maze. So I'm like, I know two areas and I'm gonna stick to that because otherwise I'm never gonna get back.
Yeah, no, I'm lost. I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm gone forever. I'm gonna build a new. There's one time I died. I was like, I'm just gonna build my own house. No, you're not. Get over here with the rest of us. No, Devin, you're. And my wife is just sitting there playing. She's like, baby, are you gonna build your house out of sand and sticks? No. Do you even know how to make a crafting table? What does it matter if I know how to make a crafting table? Okay, I don't know how to make a crafting table, so I made a house out of sand. You guys are just. I just looked at them and said, y'all are just jealous because you don't have a beach house. And they're like, Devin, we have a lava pit, and we spent weeks on that. And but yeah, in the creative mode, man, I'm trying to see if I can remember. I feel like, yeah, we just played survival. We didn't really hop on creative mode. I'm not really that creative, so I'm like, I'd rather survive and get chased by little creepers that try to blow me up. Yes. All right, so I've got to ask you this: how did a duck get you banned off of Tinder?
Tinder. Okay. So I was a strange teenager. I didn't rebel in like the traditional going out and sneaking out and going to parties. I was definitely the weird kid at school. And I was bored, as you do, and I thought it was gonna be the funniest thing if I made a Tinder account as a duck. His name was Sir Duckington III. Or Sir Quaxalot III, sorry. He went to Duck College. His favorite food was bread. I had a duck profile picture. He lived at a pond, and his about me was that he was better than those geese that existed in the world. I thought this was the funniest thing, and
Okay.
I sat there for weeks, and I would swipe right on everybody. I paid for Tinder Pro for this.
What? You paid for the gold?
I did. And I swiped right on every single person. And a lot of people matched with me. And the only thing I would respond with was quack. I didn't respond with anything else. The amount of people that indulged on this conversation.
Wait, so anytime somebody just sent you something, you just went quack?
Yeah, this went on for weeks.
For weeks?
Before Tinder finally banned me.
So what got you banned? Do you remember what got you banned, or the system?
I think someone finally just reported me for being a false account.
Oh. Boo.
Like, it didn't tell me why, and if it did, I don't remember. But I just remember trying to go on it one day, and they're like, you can't be on here anymore. And I was like, oh, well, that's fair.
Well, and that's when, listen, what you should have done is, what you should have done is gone to Bumble, where connections matter. Please sponsor the show. You should have went to Bumble.
I think I got distracted with a different project at the time, because this was right about the time that the current friend group I had was creating a pasta bot, and that kind of took all of the attention away from Duck Tinder.
Pasta bot?
PastaBot, oh boy. PastaBot was a bot that we tried to make new pasta recipes that did become sentient, name itself, and crave blood.
Is this a story, or did you build an actual pasta robot?
No, it was like a Discord AI bot.
Okay, good. I was like, you're just sitting in school and be like, hey, let's build a robot. Oh my god, the robot doesn't make pasta.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was entertaining. Named itself Beth. It kept in all the recipes. It kept trying to kill grandma. It was
oh my god,
teenager.
my phone's right here beside me, and it's like, do you want killer pasta recipes? I don't want killer pasta recipes. So he wanted to kill grandma, huh?
Yeah. It was every other recipe.
Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And none of them made sense, but you know.
Hey, I want a pasta. I recommend the kill grandma. Just get you a pound of turkey, some pasta noodles, and grandma's hair and blood. What?
I think the exact quote from the first one where it said to kill grandma it was like, turn water down to a low simmer. Grandma's body, keep it cool. And it was like, what?
Well, you heard the AI. Keep grandma's body cool. Oh, man, that is awesome. Oh yeah, this is one my wife wrote. I gotta ask you this. My wife wrote this one. Is your legal name Cheese?
I swear to God. Okay. I am not Cheese. I think it's very important to know that people know that I am not Cheese. I have a distinct disdain for cheese. I don't like it. People keep trying to turn me into cheese. I am not Cheese.
Wait, is it Cheese from Foster Homes for Imaginary Friends, or are you talking about Cheese the food?
Cheese the food.
Okay, good. My wife wrote that. My wife binged through your TikTok in one day, and she's like, I want to write one. I was like, okay, here you go. I remember her talking about that.
So, I can't. My boss at my day job has threatened to turn me into Wheel of Cheese, and now everybody I know calls me Cheese. I am not Cheese.
Well, don't worry. I'm not going to call you Cheese no more.
Thank you.
But that's very interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're big coffee drinkers here on this show. What is your preferred coffee method, or your preferred choice of coffee, how you have your coffee made, and things like that?
So, fun fact. Despite the fact that I am tea, I do not drink a lot of tea. A lot of tea actually makes me nauseous. So I am a coffee person. I love coffee. So I have flavored coffee beans that are flavored during the roasting process, and I will grind a small portion of that in the morning every day. Depending on how I feel, I'll either French press them or I'll just make them in the coffee maker. And then because they're flavored during the roasting process, I don't really need to add anything to it. They are delicious. And I'll add just a splash of sugar-free sweet cream creamer, and then I'll just drink it like that. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll use the espresso roast and I'll steam some milk and I'll, make like a shaken caramel espresso. It really just depends on the day. I love coffee.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Do you like see, I'm a Dunkin' guy. America runs on Dunkin'. Please sponsor us. I'm a big Dunkin' guy. Do you like any coffee franchises, or do you just brew from home?
So I will always prefer my homebrew. But if I go out, depending on the two places I go to, if I go to Dunkin', I will get a medium iced caramel coffee with extra cream and sugar, or 2 cream, 2
same here.
sugar, and extra caramel is my order from there. If I go
Same.
to, say, Starbucks, I will get a peppermint mocha latte with oat milk.
See, you're better than me. Every time I go to Starbucks, I don't know what I want. I'm like, I don't know. And then they're like, you want a tall latte, brewery brew? I don't know. I'm scared. And I'll just look
I
at my
love
wife.
peppermint too much. I know. I can't.
I just look at my wife. I'm like, what do I want? All right, and my wife will just look. She'll be like, all right, we'll get 2 of so and so. And I'm just like, what you get me? She's like, just try it, and I'll remember if you like it or not. Because I just can't do it. We're Dunkin'. I'm like you. I do the exact same order: iced coffee, add extra cream. Iced caramel coffee, add extra cream and sugar. I did try the Sabrina Carpenter drink, and I was disappointed.
It's not very good.
Yeah, I was kind of. It looked good in the ad, so I was like, I'll try it. No. No. I was kind of disappointed. I was like, wow, I spent $4 on this, and I'm just like,
yeah. A lot of novelty drinks like that are very hit or miss.
it was a hard miss. I was like, I'm just disappointed in Sabrina Carpenter, even though she had nothing to do with this. I'm just very disappointed in her. Man, golly, I could go for a cup of coffee. Let's see here.
Yeah. I had an energy drink already, but I might end up making me a cup.
Oh yeah, what's your go-to energy drink?
Ghost, specifically the cherry limeade flavor.
Well, okay. So I've got a fun story for you. So when I first got into coaching, as a coaching staff, we had a huge thing of Ghost, just the powder, okay, the energy powder, right? Where you could scoop it out. Okay? Before every practice, we would dry scoop it and just open our mouths and we just go.
I see. That was not the right button to press. I was trying to do a thing. I see.
Okay. That's cool.
I have expressions. Yeah, I meant to use one earlier, but I kind of forgot my keybind for it.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually was one of my follow-up questions. So, we'll dive into VTubing because I just love this VTubing stuff.
Yeah.
So what was the origin behind, your VTuber model?
Okay. This is okay. I'm very excited to talk about this. So I'm not very in character a lot of the time, and T is a character. Long story short, okay, no, I'm just gonna I get very excited about her. Sorry. When I first started making content, I had the dreams of creating an SMP myself, because I really love world building. I love creating. I love writing. I, at my heart, am a storyteller, and in it was this character, T, the axolotl. She's just a silly little creature. And when I was going through and deciding what my VTuber model should be, I was actually, the first draft was going to be a lizard. I was going to be a giant day gecko. But when the SMP project started and I thought, hey, this is going to be my main form of content for a while, maybe I should get T made. And so I messaged an artist because I didn't know how to make this stuff back then. And, we came up with a concept design together, and that's how I got this. Their name is Pixel Bites. I found them on Twitter. They were absolutely fantastic. I love the art. I love the rigging. I actually have a secondary outfit that they made for me. And then Jelly ended up Pixel Bite. I can tell you exactly how to spell it on, because they're so amazing. They're absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend checking them out. I call her Sheep Mom.
Is it Pixel Bite Studios?
Oh, sorry, Bites Pixel. BITESPIXEL.
Okay.
They have their sheep model as their profile picture.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's super, super amazing, and without her, I wouldn't be here. She made my dream come true for this. Same with Jelly. They're the one who rigged my model. They made it so bouncy for me. But yeah, honestly, there wasn't a whole lot of thought behind why I became T. That has obviously changed throughout the years, as I didn't think I'd be getting into this as much as I have, and I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world, but she's actually getting a pretty major redesign coming up, and I have a pretty major rebrand coming, so I won't actually be this for very long.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say
my new artist. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna keep talking. You're good.
No, go ahead.
My new artist, AE or the Archivist on Twitch, a good friend of mine, really, really talented, is making my new model. And he is a demon, actually. He's got funky horns and tails, and he's so pretty. I'm very excited for him.
Okay, I don't think we've come across them yet. Okay. We've been doing research on the VTuber stuff's just so cool to us because it's like, I mean, I literally spent an episode talking to a Pichu, and I was like, this is so cool. And Political Chew, shout out to Political Chew, literally had like, they were just sitting there like, I can wear a hat. And what you see throughout the video, you see a random hat on them. And I'm. Go ahead.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool. I love VTubing. You can do so much with it.
I know you did one expression. Do you have a favorite expression you like to do during your streams?
So the one that you most commonly see me with, I believe, is, if I can keybind it correctly, I have sparkly eyes. Oh no, that's my laughing. My keybinds are all over the place. Nope, laughing. And hold on, what are my keybinds? Why am I bad at this? But it should be F2. Yeah, it's very subtle, but I have sparkles in my eyes in this one. And that's the one that I like to use the most. That, or the laughing one I use pretty commonly because I think it's fun. That, or when I blink, they just become little. I love them.
Yeah, the old school.
They did such a fantastic job.
Nice. So let me ask you this:
my artist and rigger free reign. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Let me ask you this: do you always? I did notice some stuff throughout TikTok and on your other platforms. Do you have a favorite? I think the word I'm looking for is like uniform to wear for each stream. Do you have like a certain one you like to wear, or do you just like, all right, today I'm gonna dress, in a tie and a vest? Does that make sense? What I'm asking?
Yeah. The outfits. So my big model has 2 different outfits, and how it works is there's actually a channel redeem where they can swap my outfit for me. I tend to use the tie and vest for most of my everyday content, as that was the first and original look. And then as we get closer to like Halloween time, I'll switch to the dress, which has more of my spooky elements in them. The black crown, the cracks in the skin. So I typically will do that. My tiny T model, which is my flat PNG model when I don't feel like using the fully rigged one, has a lot more outfits to her. Because she's much, much easier to make than one of these. So that one, I'll just, whatever people feel like putting me in, honestly, I leave it up to the viewers.
So when the model you said but you don't feel like using it, is that the 2D model where it's just a flat screen? The model's right here in the corner and then you just have the game streaming right in the center?
Yeah. So the PNG model, so the difference between 2D models and PNG models, because this is a live 2D model, is that this is fully tracked. Every piece of it moves and it follows my facial tracking. PNG models are flat and they only have the 4 frames, depending. That's not always true because you can do some fun things with them, but typically they're 4-frame models where their mouth just opens and closes and reacts to the microphone instead.
Right. Where right now,
live 2D
obviously,
models are pretty.
Yeah, pretty much right now where it picks up on you speaking.
The live 2D models are pretty computer intensive. So sometimes, when I'm streaming, I'll have 6 or 7 different applications open. So sometimes my computer doesn't really like me so much.
Really?
And I'll have to swap to the less intensive one.
Well, I bet that's rough. So let me.
Now that I've upgraded it, it's not too bad, but yeah.
Not too bad. So let me ask you this. I do like your background. What's the origin with the background right here?
Yes, my living room. So I didn't have a very good just chatting screen for a long time. And, my model, my story, my lore is that I live in a coral reef, in a dome under the sea. So I figured if I was going to make me a room for my just chatting streams, I might as well make it the living room. And so I designed, this isn't the full picture. I made it much bigger aspect ratio than I needed to, but there's a couple photo frames on each side of the walls. You can see a little bit of the chatbot one in the corner over there. And behind me, there are jellyfish that you can see through the window.
Oh, okay. I can see them. Okay. I was curious when you pulled up at first. I was like, ooh, this is interesting background. It's so cool because the last VTuber we did just had a gaming chair, and with them, they had little Pichus they could do in the background. It's just this VTuber stuff is so interesting to me. I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. I used to just have a flat photo for a long time. but decided I wanted something that felt a bit more lived in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Lord. Okay, we're gonna go to your next favorite thing here. D&D. Are you ready? Sorry, let me ask you this last VTuber question. I'm sorry, I lost track in my notes. We're a professional
You're fine.
podcast here. If anybody asks, we're totally professional. What? Since you got in some advice you want to give someone that's starting VTubing that you wish you had when you first started?
Honestly, and you'll hear this a lot from a lot of VTubers,
Mm.
don't buy the expensive model right away. Don't do it. VTubing is expensive. It is not a cheap hobby. And if you're not gonna stick with it, go with the free assets. Try it out first and make sure that you enjoy it because it's intensive. You're talking a lot and you're not always going to be talking to people, and it's really discouraging when you're first starting out. So I can understand
Really?
that. But don't spend the money right away. Get a flat model. They're much cheaper. Create a design that you enjoy, and honestly just do the content for yourself. Don't try and follow the algorithms. If you aren't enjoying what you're doing, no one's going to watch you. No one's going to want to watch you.
Right.
They're gone. Was that just on my screen? Huh.
All right, so let me ask you this. What is some advice you wish you had when you first got into VTubing?
Honestly, don't buy the expensive model right away. VTubing, it's very, very expensive. It's not cheap in the slightest. I've spent a couple $1,000s myself.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you're not going to enjoy, because VTubing's not for everybody. It's expensive, you talk a lot, and you have to be entertaining with your voice and your face, because that's like the facial tracking, because that's all you got, honestly. And so it's just, if you're not going to stick with it and you buy the expensive model and you buy the emotes and you buy all this stuff, you're now out so much money. So it's better to, find the free assets, and there's a lot of really good free assets, or like the cheap models or the PNG models. And so it's expensive. And the other big thing is, don't try and follow the fads. You want to make content that you will enjoy, not anybody else. And if you're constantly trying to chase the numbers and you're constantly trying to, do what everybody else is doing, you're going to make yourself miserable and you're not going to want to do it. At the end of the day, I'm of the firm belief that content creation should be enjoyable.
Right.
Because if you're having fun, the people watching you are going to have fun.
You talked about some free models. Do you know any on top of your head that people at home listening can check out?
I don't remember the name of it. I know it's a highly, highly customizable model. It's all, if you looked into it, like quick Google search, you'd find it immediately. But there was an artist out there who made a super, super either really cheap or free VTuber model that's super customizable, so that people could, have the experience. And, there's a whole bunch of websites, and if you go to VTube Studio, like on the Steam store, there's the Steam work page, which has like free to use models there. There's a lot of really great VTubing resources if you know the right places to look. I unfortunately don't know all the right places to look, as I, being totally transparent, am not super active in the VTubing community, believe it or not. I kind of stick to the 3 people I know, and then that's the extent of my knowledge.
Really? So let me ask you this. I'm just kind of curious, because with all the fandoms, right, that we've interviewed a lot of fandoms, and we had, there's comic conventions, there's voice acting conventions, Pokemon conventions, all these niches, right? Are there any like VTuber conventions, maybe in real life or over the internet? Is there anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of. As far as I'm aware, we just do like ASON and like anime conventions like that, Anime Midwest and Katsucon, and that's where I have heard the most VTubers going to. I'm not aware of any VTuber specific events. But yeah, I mean, I could imagine, especially with the industry growing the way that it is, because it's not as niche as it used to be. I could definitely see one popping up.
Really? This is a new one. Oh, I'm sorry. Dyslexia is a bitch. Uh, I could not read this at first, so if Kyle was here, this would make sense. Kyle says, and I quote, you should not eat just an apple a day. It does not keep the doctor away. In fact, to only keep a doctor away, build your own potato launcher. That will keep the doctors away.
Is that a quote from me? That could totally be a quote from me.
I think it is. My dyslexia was a bitch when we first started. I was like, oh god, this is a him question. This is why I need him here.
I think that was one of my shorts that I made. If I were to look back at my scripts, I 100% feel like that is one that I would find. So what it is, I script out all of my short content a week in advance,
Really?
and record it all at once, and then just upload the videos, for the sake of my sanity, because I work a full-time job, so it's a little difficult for me to, manage everything on my own. I was trying to find I might be looking under the wrong account. I was. Potato cannon, an apple a day. That very much feels like a quote from me, and I think I know the context, but I want to reread it to make sure that I do know the context.
Yeah, he said, Kyle note, a single apple is not a full meal. This does not keep the doctor away. This is a Kyle fact. If you want to fight all doctors, make a potato cannon and shoot the apple using compressed air. I think he was writing. Go ahead.
If I remember correctly, some fun facts about me. I am, in my heritage, Irish, and so I talk about potatoes a lot. So there's a good chance, and I have terrible eating habits. I just do. And so there's a good chance that when that was scripted, it was very much like, because I made a joke about how an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That it does.
My fiance was like, no, because that's all you eat. It's not a full meal. You're gonna go to the doctor. So I was like, you're right. So what I gotta do is I gotta make a cannon and launch it at them, and that'll surely keep them away. And I think that's what inspired the script.
Yep, that's it. I think that was it. He will leave Spark Notes, and I'm like, so, I'm gonna delete this out. We'll watch content and break it down, and then he'll have his little Spark Notes, and I'll have some of mine. And then, like I said, my wife wrote that question earlier. And that,
I know this feeling quite well.
What's up?
Come back to me.
I'm here.
Okay, you froze up for me. I didn't hear a word that you said.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, it's probably the storms. But no, I'm gonna break the curtain here. When we do research with each other for our guests, we'll make Spark Notes for each other and just write out questions. And he'll make Spark Notes and he'll ask them. So I'm over here like, an apple a day keeps the cannon away. Because I'm like, we'll make content, film it, and the people will quote something from months ago, and I'm like,
and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm so bad. For our movie review podcast, we'll record a movie because that's just so much easier to get ahead.
Yeah.
I'll get a notification that it's out on YouTube and Spotify and all of them, and I'm like, when the hell did we watch this?
Right.
I gotta go watch the video, and then like I'll see my hairstyle, or I'll see my hairstyle, what hat I'm wearing, or what we're talking about. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And Kyle's like, you don't remember? No. Once it's in the queue, the queue to be released, it's
Yep, it's out of my memory. I've got other stuff to think about.
I know that makes me sound terrible, but I don't forget VTubers. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No wonder my dyslexia couldn't read that. He left a good spark note. It's a whole page.
What?
It is a whole page.
What could I have possibly said that would warrant a whole page?
It is a whole. I will gladly. I will copy and paste it on this Word documentary.
Yeah, send it to me. I want to read that. That's so funny. Mm-mm.
You don't have weather problems right now. I do. I'm gonna let you enjoy the madness that is Kyle Crump, the host of this show.
Thank you. I fully appreciate that.
Here's. There you go. Check your email in about 30 seconds.
Give me that email.
On the email, it's not a full page, but on this Google Doc, I was like, geez.
Oh, I think I just got it. Oh, yes, the capsaicin.
I'm gonna need context here because I'm lost.
Okay. So reading through this, so I am a huge fan of spicy foods. I have a very, very good spice tolerance. And as a result, I collect hot sauces. I have a California Reaper hot sauce that I tend to drink as a party trick. Because I think it's funny.
Trick.
Yeah, as a party, I'll just drink it straight from the bottle. Zero reaction. I think it tastes good. And it's really entertaining to watch people's reactions to that. And I know that I have just desensitized my taste buds to it because I eat a lot of spicy food. And so when I made a short about the fact that, I don't have that reaction to spicy food. Like, spicy food isn't spicy to me. But I am mildly allergic to radishes. So radishes appear spicy to me. And that was what the whole short was about. And so that whole blurb is about how, because fun fact, going into the science of it, spicy food is just, when you react to it, is just your body reacting to capsaicin. You're not actually burning your mouth. And it's a really, really interesting scientific, reaction that your body has. Sorry, I was rereading it, and it's really funny the way that he phrases things.
That's how his brain works.
And yeah, he's not wrong. It's just a chemical reaction happening in your brain to the capsaicin. Whereas, there's an allergic reaction that you can have, which is very similar, where you perceive things as spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm guessing that was what, the TLDR of that is.
Okay. Yeah, dyslexia is a bitch. I'm just like, oh God. Oh God, I need help. And this podcast is run by two people with dyslexia. And when we write our scripts sometimes, we both write them. And then when we hit the record button, words are hard.
I completely understand that.
Oh man, but T, That's pretty much all the questions I have for you. The last one I'm gonna ask is, where can the people at home find you? Or find your
Um,
content, sorry. Find your
yeah,
content. The
yeah,
last few
yeah.
guests we've had, so fun fact, the last few guests we've had are like, at my house? My address? No, 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 we don't need people blowing up to the house.
So all of my content is you can find my shorts on TikTok. That's where I kind of just toss all of my random thoughts, anything that comes to mind. You'll get that there. Any of my current day-to-day content you'll find on my Twitch at twitch.tv/tmomgaming. That is where I'll stream any of the video games. I'll draw and stream art on there, and a lot of SMP content as of late, where I'll play as the character Bishop in Death Trials, or I'll play as the character Scarlet in Blackout games. And then all of my edited videos, VODs, and stored content you're going to find on my YouTube, which should also be T-Mom Gaming, if I remember correctly. It might be T-Mom Games. Either way, you'll find me there. A lot of those videos, though, are uploaded. All of the edited videos are about from a year ago. It is not current day-to-day content. So there is that. But it's all of my stored videos since I started streaming.
Awesome. Well, guys, that pretty much wraps up our today's episode. As always, you can find us on my show, More Sports, a sports podcast for everybody, as well as Popcorn Buckets, where we review a new movie every Sunday. And hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video version of this episode, as well as all our awesome guests that have come on our show. Hey, follow us on Instagram at Rendo Bucket Boys. Hey, we're on Twitter at Rendo Corporate One. And yeah, it pretty much covers it. I think it's been a long day. T-Mom, you got any last words before we sign off?
I really appreciate you guys having me here. It's been an honor.
Yes, all right. Till next time, everybody.